Hi everyone! Good morning! How is everyone? This is like a really nice, happy, upbeat tune to start the day off with. Yes, yeah, the Dependent Beanie Jam. I don't know, what is this actually called? What does Lumi say this is? It's like... It's from, apparently, Reddit Stuck, Volume 3? I don't know. Where's Jester? Where's our jukebox? I need to know exactly what's going on here. Anyway, hi! Goodness! There are so many of you. Let me scroll back so I can properly say hello to everyone. Shout out to everyone who has said hello so far. Andrew is here. Good morning to you. Hi, I Smile. How's it going? Yay, Namalika's here. Yay, I'm glad you could join us today. Seth, good to see you, man. Keyblade is here. Hi, Keyblade. Dragon Spirit. Hello. How are you? Let's see. GG9707. How is it going? Welcome. Happy Saturday. Good morning, friends, or afternoon, depending on where you are. Ben, hey, how's it going? I'm glad you joined us for a Saturday stream. What is up, Dre? How you doing? Savis, hello, I'm glad you made it here. I don't know what you're listening to, but boy, was it catchy, though. Hi, Serendipity. Hey, Banjo. How are you folks doing today? Drakon, you made it. Hello, good to see you. Let's see. Anyone else? Yo, hey, Ravenwing X. How's it going? I'm just gonna say Raven or Ravenwing. I don't know. I'd spat out the entire name awkwardly. That's what I do. Ignatus is present. Hello. I am glad you are all here, friends. Well, let's... I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching me read some Homestuck this morning, but that's kind of what I was thinking I would do for the next couple of hours. If that's okay with you. Oh man, so Drakon, the new website. So I was really touched, you guys, because like when they updated the website this week for Homestuck to homestuck.com, which is what I'm looking at right now. I was really touched because like several of you like were concerned about the changes and like reached out to me to let me know. You're like, hey Jeff, or hey Bren, however you call me. Just so you know, they updated the website. It's all different. Here's where you left off. And I was like, thank you guys. That is like so so kind of you to like reach out and like let me know like that happened. So here's what I've done, just based on what people have said. I've actually bookmarked the site so that, like, let me actually show you where I bookmarked it. I bookmarked this page, the adventure log page, because I was told that the way the homepage is set up, there's like potential spoilers. So because you guys warned me about that, I've been able to avoid potential spoilers on the homepage. So that's what's going on. Yo, Prapple, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Oh man. But I don't remember Drakon. I don't remember, but yeah. And also, I saw someone on Twitter mention something about pop-up ads, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. So they fixed the homepage spoilers. That's good. That's good. It looks like they don't have the pop-up ads anymore either, from what I've seen. So, because I was clicking through, like someone on Twitter said that there were pop-up ads like every 20 pages. I was clicking through the other day, but I didn't see any pop-up ads, so I think we're fine there. So anyway. But yeah, I'm actually glad that the page numbers are like, well, it actually starts at like page 1 instead of like page 1901, so there's that. So anyway, so yeah, before we get started here, guys, just a reminder, some of you may be aware, but in case you weren't, this Friday is Homestuck Day, and as you may or may not already know, I'm going to be doing an additional Homestuck stream on Homestuck Day this Friday. And I have like a Twitch event page thingy set up for it. So let me drop that link into chat. Okay, so I just dropped the link for the Homestuck Day stream. It's actually going to be starting at 4:13 p.m. Central Time. I mean, it's 4:13 at 4:13, so so that's what's going on there. So if any of you are like active in a Homestuck community or like know people who are also interested in Homestuck, feel free to share that link and invite people to come join us and celebrate Homestuck Day with us, even if they just come for like 5 minutes or whatever. Feel free to spread the news so we can like get some more Homestuck friends in here to celebrate Homestuck Day with us, because Homestuck is awesome and we should celebrate it. I like legit, I'm legitimately taking the afternoon off of work this Friday just for the purpose of streaming Homestuck on Homestuck Day, because I am a nerd. I am a grown adult man who is taking time off of work to celebrate Homestuck. Oh yeah, Savis, this is yeah, oh yeah, so the artwork on the event page I just dropped a link to, that was drawn by Dre. Dre, I hope you're okay with me using that artwork. But it was really good, and I needed something to go on there, so anyway. But yes, so yeah, feel free to pass that link around. Please don't spam though. Like, don't be that guy who spams or like is annoying about plugging things. So be mindful of that. But anyway, so that's what's going on this Friday. And then next Saturday, we will have our regular Homestuck stream. So we're going to have 2 Homestuck streams in a row next weekend. How about that? And the most exciting thing is, if we time this right, I believe we are going to get to the end of Act 5, Act 2 next weekend. That's my plan. That's where I want to get us. So I should stop talking and I should actually start reading Homestuck. Okay? Sound good? Sound good? All right. I'm going to turn the music down slightly here. All right. Yeah, back-to-back Homestucks. Oh, Dre, I was just mentioning that I use your Homestuck fan art that you drew for me for the Homestuck event page for my Homestuck Day stream on Friday. I dropped a link in chat, so you can scroll back and grab it. Okay. Alright, anyway, let's jump into it. So this is where we left off last time. So Dave was in the middle of stuff. Talking to Terezi about stuff and things. Oh yeah, and also Dave's actions were being manipulated by the aimless renegade too. It's like, why am I saying these words? Gosh, these are not words I would even think of. Holy cow. All right. Anyway, here we go. Okay, Dave, I will show some sensitivity and cast suspicion on the intellectual merit of everything you have ever said. Thank you. I will further demonstrate my friendship by dominating the rest of this conversation with lengthy accounts of my emotional tribulations, leaving no space for you to submit any amusing outbursts. That sounds awesome. Quiet! Now, where was I? Justice problems. Oh, yes, of course. You see, our aims are not that dissimilar. Our pursuits of justice, I mean. But yours is motivated by anger in the heat of the moment, which is blinding you to the consequences of attempting something very foolish. You are far too cool to succumb to anything like that, which is why you will come to your senses shortly. My situation is a little more complicated. It's less personal. Though, once it was a grudge which propelled our rivalry, now its resolution has become a matter of practicality, if not professionalism. Businesslike. The way a true legislacerator conducts her prosecutions. Dave, did you know that centuries ago on my planet, legislaturators were not confined to stuffy court blocks, arguing cases before his honorable tyranny? Oh shit, are you fucking serious? Yes, also shush. I know you are sassing me due to my use of terms unfamiliar to humans, but it is true. They were deployed throughout the galaxy to apprehend criminals by any means necessary. No, I got that. They're like your alien death lawyers who were sorta like bounty hunters in olden times, pretty simple to decipher through context. I thought I told you to be quiet. I am monologuing here. Anyway, they would not rest until their suspect was in custody, or one way or another. They would gather evidence over the course of the investigation, compiling a case to be presented at the trial. Should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpses to judicial authorities? I kind of lost track of what I was saying there. They would gather evidence over the course of the investigation, compiling a case to be presented at the trial, should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpses to judicial authorities. Personal feelings and vendettas did not matter, nor did even the nature of the crimes. Only justice did. They were selected for their cunning and martial prowess. I'm sorry. There are parts of this I'm like zipping through, and parts of this where I'm like, wait, what does that say? And for their ability to understand the minds of the criminals they sought. This is why the burden has to be mine, I think. I am the only one who knows how to handle her. As such, she is my responsibility. She? Shoosh! Okay, I can't even make little interrogative quips to grease the wheels of your monologue? Oh, yes, that's okay. In fact, it's very helpful. Who do you think? I'm in. Oh, by the way, guys, I got a new coffee mug. It's the 4-star Dragon Ball. I'm very happy with it. Alright. This is going to take me to the password thing, isn't it? Yep, password thing. I still don't know the password. Is this Megalovania? Yep. I highly recommend Dragon Ball Dragon Spirit. Dragon Ball Super just ended a couple weeks ago, and I'm very sad because Dragon Ball Super was amazing. In my opinion. Alright. Oh no! It's Nepeta! No! It's dead Nepeta! No! Oh. Oh. Spider Troll. You are correct. The spideriest one of all. You've decided to take her down then? I guess so. You don't sound that psyched about it. Well, I'm here talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't I? Are you feeling guilty? Like, second-guessing whether she deserves it? Not exactly. Hasn't she done enough terrible shit to warrant Legis laceration? That is not a thing. But yes, the case against her is overwhelming. More than you even know. She's completely out of control now. She has murdered at least one of my good friends, and possibly several others. I am not sure yet. The circumstances are a little fishy, but my investigation is ongoing. Ba-ba-ba. That's right, Samus. I need like an entire set of the Dragon Ball mugs. Oh, Callow Correspondent. Hello, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome. I don't know if I've seen you here before. So if this is your first time, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Alright. Dun dun dun. Are you gonna be ghosting Namalika? That's cool. Live your life and such. Yeah, exactly, Savis. Like, Terezi doesn't realize that Gamzee's also been doing some murdering, and also Aridin did some murdering too. Yes. Yes, Aridin has also been dealt with. Alright. Additionally, I have discovered she is complicit in Jack's rise to power. That is true. She was complicit in Jack's rise to power. When I first learned he came from your session, I mistakenly blamed you all and took it out on a hapless Egbert. But if anyone is to pay for releasing that demon on both of our groups, it is her. Are you sure about that? Yes, and she knows I know. She has been taunting me, trying to stir up our old rivalry. That is what this whole John versus Dave thing has been about. There is no John versus Dave thing, though. I know. Not really. It's just a game. But the game is serious business to her. Like it was during our role-playing days. Hang on, before I scroll down, I just want to see like what's going on in this picture here. So like, there's some like giant thing in this jar. This is just like in the ectobiology lab, right? Like this is not really any like big revelation thing. It's just a thing. Let's see. And just like then, she's ruined everything by taking it too far. And in spite of all her past crimes, these are not even the most important reasons to stop her. She has decided to fight Jack herself, which is an extremely dangerous and stupid thing to do. Sound familiar, Dave? Are you gonna stop me too, then? Hunt me down and lawyer viscerate me for my own good? No, I'll just let you try to reach the God tier and then decide for yourself. Are you saying that I won't make God tier, or I won't be strong enough if I do? Objection! What? We are talking about you again. I motion that all Dave-centric testimony be stricken from the record. Lame motion. Overruled. The judge wants to see where this is going. No, he doesn't. You know perfectly well he doesn't give a shit. He will clear this court block if he does not have order. He swears to Gigas. Okay, fine. We can keep obsessing over your fucked up Kismet sister if you want. It's not like that. Do you think she stands a chance against him? No. Then what's the big deal? Why not let her go get her shit ruined by Jack and let justice happen that way? because I am quite sure that if she goes to find him, it will tip him off to our location in the Vale. I have seen it already. That is why this is no simple vendetta. Bringing her to justice is critical to our survival.
So why don't you go do it?
Because I'm not sure if I can.
You mean you can't beat her in a fight?
No, it's not that. It's just that when the time comes, I'm not sure if I will be able to kill her.
I thought trolls were all about gratuitous murderings.
Yes, it's true. We are supposed to revel in bloodshed as we grow up, and she seems to be embracing her rite of passage with reckless abandon, as I would expect. Grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak. It's a little intimidating, because I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, which I guess is normal?
Are you asking me to reassure you about that? Because I seriously don't have a clue.
It's okay, Dave, still monologuing. I guess I am not so much worried about not being ready, as I am that I might not actually want to be ready. Maybe ever. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Oh my gosh. Like, Vriska was having this issue earlier. Like, they're really struggling with basically with what it means to grow up as a troll. Which is kind of like a metaphor for life, I suppose. It's a metaphor for life. It's what we all experience, except without the murder part. Anyway. Where was I? Maybe there's something wrong with me.
I don't understand. I thought you were insane kinds of apeshit over the macabre stuff. Like, being all cutesy about executions and smelling cherry blood and such things contrived to get a guy feeling vaguely uncomfortable. Was that all an act?
Not an act, just fun. I like fun, Dave, and I also like games. Don't you like fun in games?
Of course the fuck not.
Liar!
Did you say you've killed people before?
There's a big difference between manipulating people to their doom with trickery and killing someone by your own hand. It's a bit like having to face your own death, and discovering the differences between leaving the responsibility to someone else and doing the dirty work yourself. Maybe you'll understand someday.
Growing up is hard. Nobody understands what it's like to grow up. Especially the grown-ups. Grown-ups don't understand. Even though they've all been through it.
Oh, Jester couldn't make it today? Aw, that's too bad. We will miss Jester. How will we know what songs are playing without Jester? I have no idea. Alright.
Okay, I'd like to help out, but I don't know what advice I should be giving. To a member of a murderous species who's gun-shy and going off to justice murder, a murder-happy murderer who's done lots of murders.
That's quite a tongue twister.
Feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you to fuck yes, go for it. She's got this huge murder with her name on it anyways, and it's cruising right at her own...
hang on. I need to restart this line right here.
It feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you, fuck yes, go for it. She's got this huge murder with her name on it anyways, and it's cruising right at her down Comeuppance Boulevard. So I don't know. Do you want me to tell you to be a better human, or to be a better troll?
Oh man, that's like a really deep question. I can't tell you what to advise me, chump ass. Maybe I'm not even looking for advice per se, but just want to talk to someone about it.
Alright, well, all I'll say is, maybe if you kill her, at least we can finally stop obsessing over her.
Sign! Yeah, fair enough.
Why don't you just do what you think you have to do, and I'll do the same. Speaking of which...
Oh, right. You'll be bugging me about showing you how to reach the god tier soon. Prompted by this very conversation, I imagine. Who'd have thought?
These time shenanigans completely blindsided us. They practically never even happen.
I know.
So, I hang up now with future you, and then start pestering present you about it. Is that how that works?
Yes.
And I make sure not to reference anything said here to keep it simple. Keep it, like, in an offhand way that'll seem retroactively logical to your future self. I.e. you right now. If for no other reason, then it'd be boring as hell to rehash it.
That sounds about right, but what do I know? You're the time guy, after all. Luckily, I will not have to participate in these charades this time around.
Does luck actually matter?
Ah! That's a great question. Does luck actually matter? That question's come up, like, before. Yeah, these characters are, like... There's a lot of depth to, like, a lot of these characters, and I really like that. Okay. Exit. Oh, snap, that's right. They changed it to, like, these are videos and stuff. instead of the flash. Let me mute this. I don't know if there's gonna be sound on this or not, but... Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's sound. Oh, do you want me to use the flash link? Would you rather I use the flash link, guys? I could totally do that. Also, you can see my view history. It consists of Chrono Cross and, like, anime. Alright, let's use the flash link. Okay, so duly noted. Going forward, I will click the flash links as appropriate. Alright, so Terezi's exiting the lab. Holy cow, end of year 2? Remove disc 1? What? Oh, snap. Oh, that's cool. Insert disc 2. Disc 2 is missing? What? What do you mean disc 2 is missing? I don't understand. No, I forgot to bring disc 2. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, Homestuck is over for today, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Just kidding. Hi. Of course we're still doing Homestuck. Alright. Oh my god, I love the reaction you guys are giving me. No, come back! Oh, why did my viewer count just drop to 0? Oh goodness. It wouldn't be Homestuck if I didn't do a little trolling myself, right guys? Right? Alright. Anyway, let's carry on. Whoa, this is like some kind of like fourth wall stuff going on here, or like some meta stuff. So, Terezi is like looking at the Homestuck disc change screen that we just saw. Oh, hi, Heterosapiens Sapiens. How you doing? Welcome. I'm glad you made it and joined us. I'm Brenamania, or you can just call me Jeff, or Bren, or whatever. Anyway, hi. I'm glad you made it. Welcome. Oh, right. I guess the fourth wall in the story is dead, so... Meta is Homestuck middle name. Home, meta, stuck. Anyway, keep playing anyway. You have no idea what the hell this thing is, or why you should need why you would need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done, and you are running out of time. Wait, she just like capture logged the disc change screen? That we just what? Well. Anyway, we're about to have sound. I think. Oh, is this a move around thing? Oh, I can't move. You cannot control Terezi. How can you possibly expect to play this game when you have lost the game disc? All you can do is watch what she decides to do. Oh, okay. You find a note stuck to the floor with Nepeta's claw. It appears to be addressed to you, written on a page torn from the journal of Vriska's ancestor. Her taunts are becoming increasingly flagrant. It also appears to be written in purple blood. She wouldn't dare harm sweet, precious Gamzee, would she? The thought is almost more than you can bear. You are going to throw the book at her. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, let's read the note. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh my god, seriously? What the hell's going on? What is happening? What is that shadowy dancing figure? Is that Gamzee? Well, I guess I'll find out in a moment. Also, am I able to move around, or is this the end of it? It doesn't seem like I can do anything. Oh, wait. Is that like... That's not her blood, is it? Shadow monster. Alright. Alright, time to move on. Terezi, wake up. Alright. Let's also get Lumi back on. Yeah, I thought so, Samus. I just wanted to like make sure there wasn't anything else to do, but yeah. Alright. You cannot wake up because you were not actually asleep. You were just taking a breather in this nice cozy pile of horrifically mutated scalemates, which were gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are. This is a fancy looking room. It doesn't look like a place you would expect to find on this meteor, at least not in any strictly canonical capacity. Strictly canonical capacity. Oh my gosh. Alright. And also Cal is here. Apparently Cal is here, dressed up in his green digs. When we saw, he got his green digs from Aradia, right? I mean, we saw how Aradia got Cal, at least. Yeah, nothing's gonna go wrong with Cal around. Nothing. Alright, Terezi, examine surroundings. This dapper kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You're almost positive he made an appearance in that very crowded dream you had recently. Where did he go? Something in this room smells funny. And fast. Climb stairs. You cannot ascend! The staircase is suffering from a catastrophic horn clog. That is rather catastrophic. And definitely a horn clog. Also, I've warned you about stairs. Alright. I'm just like taking a peek here if there's anything else to like notice in this room. So there's like all these horns here, there's all these dolls here, there's this Victrola bookshelf, couple treasure chests, checkout counter for some reason, there's purple blood. So it seems like Gamzee's been here. I mean, the horns are also kind of a giveaway there, but still. Anyway. That's a great question, Drakon. I don't remember if I did or not. Also, like, the page numbers are, like, different from what they were, so... So there's also that. Oh, speaking of Aradia, it looks like Aradia has joined us. Hi, Aradia. Let's see. By which I mean in chat, not on the comic. The door is locked! You will either need a key or to break it down with force! You would need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination to pull that off, though. I still don't know the password. Man, the password showed up a couple of times this stream already. You have been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All of the clues are adding up. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of tricksterism and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all of this is now painfully obvious to you. Spider Troll. Doof. Oh, whoops, Terra moved. So let me get Terra, like, more centered there. There you go, guys. Now you have a full view of my dog. Alright, Terezi, play records. There's gonna be sound here, so let's do a thing. Couple things, there we go. You select appropriate crime-solving music to set the right mood. With this kind of atmosphere, it is highly unlikely that any crime will stay unsolved for long. Oh, hold up. So can I choose? Oh, I can choose. So there's troll cops, havoc to be wrought, rumble at the rink. Hey, Proto-Centurion, welcome! First time checking in live. Well, welcome to you. We've got some new faces today. It's really cool. I'm glad you guys found us. For those of you who are new to my stream, you are absolutely welcome to just lurk, or chat, or do either one, whatever suits your fancy. I'm just glad you're here and choosing to spend time with us today, so. Hi. I'm Jeff, by the way. Hi. Alright, unlabeled record. Aw. This is peaceful. Alright. I'm gonna have to, like, listen to all these tracks, like, in full later. Ooh, this is groovy. That's okay, Heterosapiens. Like, catching up on YouTube would be quite a task, because I think I have, like, what, I don't know, 40 to 50 hours of videos on there now. I don't know how much time I've spent reading Homestuck over the last year, but it's a lot. Midnight Crew. So I actually looked up on YouTube. Oh, this is the original Midnight Crew song.
I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my evenings where there's woman, wine, and song.
Oh, man.
But like a man, I always bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the Midnight Crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird.
Yes,
too.
Homestuck does need to be lived. That is true.
In the morning,
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ignatus. Yeah, I actually one time at work, I was on YouTube, as one does when you're at work, and I was curious about Midnight Crew, and I looked it up and found, like, the original recording, and it's like, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Sorry. All right. Anyway, Terezi, remove Midnight Crew record. No, no, this vaudevillian cornball nonsense will not do at all. The mood is just not right for figuring out crimes. You put the record back in its sleeve. Alright. Alright, Terezi, examine cover. Huh. Who's this douche bag? Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly, Smile. Like, I never heard that song before in my life, and it was ruined for me before I ever heard it properly for the first time. Before you can make heads or tails of who exactly this douchebag is, something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. It's so small. What is such a small record doing in this great big sleeve? Let's find out. You got Homestuck Disc 2! Yay! I found Disc 2! I didn't lose it, I found it. You cannot get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays. Also, Cal is like shaking here. Cal and whoever is manipulating Cal is shaking right there. I wonder what that's all about. We did it. Okay, stream can continue. Alright, so it's going to be sound in this one, so let me mute Bloomy again. Here we go. Play tiny record. Oh. Well, that's interesting. It's giving off, like, shiny things. Holy crap, is that the scratch? Predictably, you scratched the surface of the disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. With the disc damaged, who knows what sort of effects it will have on the data. Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps. Holy crap. That's not how the... Is that like how the scratch happens? Or is this like, kind of like foreshadowing the scratch? Oh no. I broke disc 1. I broke disc 2. I'm so sorry. Oh man. No, Jester's not here today. Apparently Jester couldn't make it. Alas. Oh man, it should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus. Oh my god, why would you store CDs in a scratch and sniff modus? Oh my god, everything's going to be scratched. Alright. Terezi, examine chests. You spent way too much time calibrating the ambiance of your investigation and not nearly enough time investigating. It is one of the most common pitfalls to being an investigator, aside from literal pitfalls which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in this secret room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab, and people find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is, until the goods are stolen shortly after by those who can't resist looting every chest they encounter, which is everybody. Maybe these ones contain clues. Yeah, that's exactly why I brought it up, Ignatus, because I remember the beat mesa is like where you're supposed to like actually do the scratch. So yes, 4th wall shenanigans, heterosapiens. I feel like that's another great way. Actually, shenanigans in general is a great way to describe Homestuck. We're on page 3733 right now. Apocalypse Arisen. Oh, I'm sorry I'll have to leave soon, Prapple, but I'm glad you're here with us now. Glad you're able to spend at least part of the time with us. Yeah, Homestuck is basically one giant shenanigan. That is correct. Let's see. You got your Neophyte Red Glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You have not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of it you kept on hand was the stylish pair of glasses, which of course since the incident has managed to become a regular accessory. But you cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll, spider troll. Alright, Terezi, wear your suit. What a nerd. You don the garb of the legendary Legislacerator. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions resulting in the real executions of rival players. Those were the days. Alright, Terezi, open other chest. Oh, hello there. You got your Pyralspite plush! Pyralspite was your scale-mate sidekick during your campaigns. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution. More than could be said for another partner in justice. There is no doubt about it anymore. She is clearly baiting you into confrontation. You mean, baiting. Alright, Terezi, hug Pyralspite. Man, I want a Pyralspite. I wonder if they sell Pyralsprites on the What Pumpkin store. I don't know if you guys saw, by the way, I saw that the What Pumpkin store, I guess, is only going to be open until, like, a couple more weeks from now. So, like, everything on there is, like, 50% off. So, I might browse that later for stuff I want to buy. You embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty and majestic squeak! It has been too long, old friend. You vow never to let him out of your scent again. Oh no! Honk! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not the honk. Not the honk. Oh god, not the honk. This puppet is becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. Must be some form of universal puppet enchantment. It couldn't possibly be the same one because that would just be insane. Hey, where did Pyralsprite go? Oh dear. Alright, Terezi, look up. There he is. How did he get all the way up there? He's always been quite the slippery scallywag. Maybe he was reminding you to check out the note. You almost forgot it was up there. I think they meant it. You almost forgot it was up there. What with all your furious investigating. Most of which has involved fooling around with records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine. So yes, there's Nepeta's claws with the note scrawled in purple blood. Terezi, read it. Just as you thought. It is a message from Vriska summoning you to do battle. It is written in Gamzee's rich jelly-smelling blood, but it is her handwriting for sure. Her quirk is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But why the hell does she want you to bring this stupid puppet along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry on the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to the current situation, but you guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway. Terezi, examine journal entry. I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. I do so now in captivity, while I bring my awe to bear on the immensity of the subjugulator's hijinks. I took their gesture as a plain avowal of my prosecution's futility. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it? Sorry, I'm gonna turn down the music on my headphones a little bit. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it otherwise? I was sure they'd drawn from the bottom of their deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who'd made a show of outclassing them all before. But I discovered too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. Red Glare? How is one allowed to be raised by a dragon in this era? Let alone one of such middling blood, the sickly hue of a gutless civil servant. Those of her caste are typically pleased to mount a sluggish collar bear, or some brainless squawking spleen fowl during petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on gambling that property. By what fluke was this woman granted such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these situations of, in these delusions of righteousness? Oh my gosh, this is like Moon Center. Let's see. Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor to darkness more grim than what fell this season's apogee. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, much like a sun concentrated into a small jewel, as two hot garnets searing through a black veil. I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight in the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on deck. Pyral Sprite, she mentioned it through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my Lucis whole. So Pyral Sprite was the name of a beast Lucis, apparently, in this thing. My dice were in the hold below, not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made a move for my blade. She took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission. Sound or free. 2, 1, or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I await my trial. Oh man. So I'm not really entirely sure what's going on here. I'm just kind of like re-looking it over for a sec. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I also want to make sure I keep moving through to get us toward the end of Act 5, Act 2. I might actually just have to come back to this page later and like think about what's going on. Maybe it'll make sense later. All right, insert disc 2. Don't be Pyral Spiteful. Oh, is it Pyral Spite? Okay. I'm sorry, I totally misread that. Well, I mean, there are other names that have, like, Sprite in it, so I think my mind was just, like, filling it out. Okay, Pyral Spite. Actually, the Spite makes so much more sense. Whose ancestor do I think Red Glare is? I would guess Terezi, because Terezi has, like, red glaring eyes. So... Alright. Oh, hold up. Hang on. Wait. I did not know that that was going to, like, automatically advance. Hang on. Yeah, that just, like, automatically advanced on me. I did not know that was going to happen. Alright. Loading. Alright, let's do this. Ah! Vriska! Sis, roof, now, bring the puppet. Love this tune, too. this is like super similar to when Dave fought his bro on the roof. Hey, Zai, how's it going? Good morning. Oh my gosh, the squeaking. Pyral Spite. Oh man, that artwork is so good. Okay, so this is flashing back to the ancestor times. That must be red glare. Oof. Okay, so this is what was just described in that journal entry. I'm doing great, Zai. I'm gonna have a great weekend. Alright, and that's Mindfang, like, as she described how she was. So she lost an arm and she lost an eye. Alright, so now we're back with Vriska and Terezi. Okay. Per tradition, I need to see that one more time. Oh, thanks, Dragon Spirit. So Dragon Spirit is being our substitute gesture right now. Okay, so she capture logged like all those dolls, and she capture logged Cal. I think I missed that. Acrobatic fucking whatever it was. And then she grabbed. This is great. Thanks, Ignatus. Yeah, it's not easy to keep up with what's going on in the sprites, but like it helps that I've been taking notes on like everything that's happening, so like I can recognize certain pieces and try to like piece everything together. Which I don't know if you guys know this about Homestuck, but it's not easy to piece things together. Did you know that Homestuck is confusing? Gosh, that artwork is so good though. Like I really like that drawing of the dragon. Oh my god. This artwork is so cool. And the music is really cool too. Alright. So we're gonna move on. Let me also get Lumi back on. The lawyer's on fire! Ooh, this is good music. Alright. Alright, Cole Rains, yeah! Homestuck stream on Homestuck Day, 4/13. It's gonna be at 4:13 p.m. Central Time. So, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like part 1 of our 2-part Act 5, Act 2 finale. That's how I see it. Alright. So, Vriska is trolling. Let's see. Much fanfare was made of the trial. More than I would have dared to hope. It seems my luck has been returning of late. Oh, this is from, this is from Mindfang's journal. I see. Also, I don't know if we saw... Oh, yeah. We did see this, this troll log earlier. Wait, why does it say Vriska's trolling tentacle therapist, but talking to John? John, you're heading into the blackouts. I won't be able to see you until you leave. Oh, because she was trolling. That was when John and Rose were together. That's right, and John had lost his device. So Vriska was trying to reach John through Rose. That makes sense. The Highbloods surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants ravenous for the comeuppance of our blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for. It was kind of the authorities to supply me with the phalanx of such impressionable spectators. The weak wills were nearly as thick in the air as the rust in their veins. Oh, she has mind manipulation powers, doesn't she? She's about to use that, isn't she? Funny how my other senses seem to have peaked since exchanging glances with the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I know too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation when they beckon. But I digress. Yep, she's taking control of their minds, everyone in the audience. It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the lowbloods from one aristocrat to another. The subjugulators could not have been pleased, but nor could they have been altogether unamused, I would expect. I wonder if this was part of their unfathomable game. I'll never understand their riddles. Oh, sorry, Keyblade. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry you're gonna miss the end of Act 5, Act 2, Yum, but, I mean, I will have the VOD, so there is that. I'm sorry you won't actually be here for it, but... Working at a con, though, sounds fun. Sounds like a fun time. I only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement the neophyte had prepared against me. The case she compiled from all that evidence she burned must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm. She certainly would have shown me greater mercy by taking the other instead. Yeah, this got dark fast. Oh my gosh. They are... Oh gosh, yeah, I see like they've got a noose going there. Yeah. Alas, I mock to disguise the extent of my regret. Had my escape not necessitated her demise, she would have made a lovely rival. If she'd only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a striking scourge. Had we inched blacker, we'd have torn red miles across the land and sea. Oh my god, red miles. Red miles again. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through her bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one is eventually bound to be choked. With the court block cleared, all that remained to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself. Upon reflection, Red Glare showed the foresight of a true seer in thieving my arm before the trial. Oh, holy cow, that is a giant... It permitted a fair fight. Oh my gosh, so like if she had both arms, she would have like taken this thing down like easily? Oh man. Though I was free, I had no fleet. No matter. With the Gabbling Necks decimated, I'd embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my sea-grifting ways behind me. With any luck, the skies will be my future. My thoughts again returned to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with the expatriate. He owed me for the sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the High Bloods. It was perhaps the only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his supercilious pedigree. I don't know what that word is. Supercilious? What does supercilious mean? Hang on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Supercilious. Behaving or looking as though one thinks one is superior to others. Okay, gotcha. And I'd not have bothered sticking my neck out for another. But the admiration he'd won naturally wore thin as he'd persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment. And I was saddened to find this habit holding strong, even now. I wonder if he still believes she was worth it. Oh, strong! So this must be Equius's ancestor. Because strong! Equius really values being strong! Yep, that looks like Equius. That totally looks like Equius. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Oh, that's right. She probably got a robotic arm, because Equius is robot limb stuff expert person. Yep, it appears that way, Ignatus. Let's see. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped one off and put him to the task just to halt his blubbering. Darklear was always a skilled machinist, and the work proved an adequate distraction. I wonder if I have notes on the names of the ancestors. I wonder if I've been taking notes on the names of the ancestors or not. Okay, I should do that. Let's see. So, hold on. Let me move some stuff around. Yeah, so we've got Mindfang for Vriska. Terezi's ancestor was Red Glare. Vriska's ancestor is Mindfang. Equius's ancestor is what is it again? Darklear. And then we've seen Gamzee's ancestor. What was Gamzee's ancestor? I forget Gamzee's ancestor's name, but we've seen Gamzee's ancestor. The Grand High Blood, yes, that's right. And then we've also seen what was Eridan's ancestor's name? So I think we've also seen Eridan's ancestor, but I forgot that name too. I'm glad I have like an entire Homestuck brain trust here. I really appreciate you guys. Dual Scar, yes, thank you. All right. You know what, and also, this is what I find interesting with the names of the ancestors, is that they're following a different naming convention than the present-day trolls. Like, all of the ancestor names we've seen so far, other than Gamzee, who's the Grand High Blood, but the other ones are like 8-letter compound words. Oh! So when they reach adulthood, they take different names. Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me, guys. I just needed to take pause for a moment to like update my notes here. All right, Darklear was always a skilled machinist, and the work proved an adequate distraction. So pacified, he listened to what I had to say about my recent travails with the law and Pyrospite, and what I'd come for in truth, the treasure he'd been keeping safe for me. I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand. Oh, so that looks like well, that looks like the magic crystal ball 8-ball thing that Grimdark Rose has. It also looks like Doc Scratch's head. Giant cue ball. I'm sure these things are all connected as I'm spouting it off. Let's see. I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand, as if appraising by what the mystic qualities it still concealed. Or as appraising by weight the mystic qualities it still concealed. With my vision 8-fold seared away, I was as blind to its secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. I learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protege, a backhanded term of endearment from a smug manipulator. Oh, wait, I bet she's talking about Scratch. Locating his so-called dark pockets was the only gambit I had in countering his milk-tongued doublespeak. This sounds a lot like Scratch that she's talking about. The expatriate, for indiscernible reasons, seemed naturally surrounded by such a void in the doctor's awareness. Oh! Doctor! Doc Scratch. This has gotta be it. Void in the doctor's awareness, and so was uniquely fit to inherit the orb. The doctor could not see his treasure, nor I into it. So wait a second. I was blind to its secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. Locating his so-called dark pockets. So I remember Scratch mentioning earlier that he does have blind spots. Like brief blind spots, but it sounds like Mindfang found one of those blind spots and kind of used it to her advantage to hide this orb from Doc Scratch. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find Pyrospite by consulting with the Oracle, as I had done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guessed exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have been simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize it as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence, dangerous by way of selective divulgence. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate so far in advance, I took Red Glare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I have ever made was asking the orb when I would die. But as I revisited the prophecies surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man I would have as a mate sprite centuries from now, who was said to command an army of beasts, the one it called the Summoner. I do remember that, Savis. I do remember that. Equus' Heir of Void. Oh, well that makes a lot of sense then. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to like digest all of this later. I'm seeing what you guys are saying in chat. And I'm gonna have to like ruminate on that later and like let it process, because I feel like my brain is like, okay, that's a lot to process right now for me. Trying to piece stuff together. This looks Tavros-ish. This looks very Tavros-ish. This is Tavros' ancestor, clearly. Alright. If my obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long, would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have enough knowledge to ask the right questions when I had the opportunity. Were that the case, I might have asked if it would be his rare abilities of communion that would bring Pyrospite under control. Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence by taking his will or winning his heart? These are details I would have given no second thought in drawing from the orb, my curiosity a force usually too much to quell. But now, I have thought of the Summoner often. I have been troubled to know that as one so common-blooded, he could not possibly have hatched yet, nor will he wriggle from the caverns for many sweeps. So I must have patience to take up my role in his story of heroism. It is a tale which reads to me as though lifted from a child's story, yet I know I'd be a fool to doubt its veracity entirely. He would rise through the ranks of the Cavalry Reapers and assume command, having proven the most skilled and fearless of them. He would exhibit a remarkable pupation, the sort only recorded in myth, growing, or perhaps simply revealing, a striking pair of wings. His army thus inspired would spearhead a major rebellion, surely one at least on the scale of the sectarian revolt crushed by the Highbloods, who thereafter forbade its mention, or any invocation of the heretical symbols at all, even in private journals. That's, interesting that she uses 69 there, instead of 8s. Which is why I will stick to the fable of the Summoner, and not risk another execution, even with oblique reference to the compelling tale of the Sufferer. Resolution to the Summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been related to me through the brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of the Condess would be such that in the settling dust of the conflict, she would banish all from the homeworld, except the young. Oh, so that would explain why the troll kids, the kids are the only ones on Alternia, I guess. Oh yeah, that is Cardcat's symbol, isn't it? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let me note that Tavros' ancestor is the Summoner. Which also is an 8-letter word. Happily enough. Alright. Sorry, where was I? She would banish all from the homeworld except the young. She would scatter all who reach maturity to the stars to fight her wars. I presume to keep them occupied, existing in a less centralized state from which such a coup may arise. This is still an incredible notion for me to consider, and I cannot imagine how she would come to enforce such an upheaval in our civilization. Though I suppose she will have on her side the advantage of an unparalleled lifespan and the leverage extended by the hideous psychic prongs of her deep, undulating monstrosity. That is until it chooses another title. That is until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nevertheless, I take the prediction as truth, and find it amusing that a homeworld dominated by children will be the Great Summoner's legacy. One of them, at least. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked who would be the one to kill me. Oh, wow. Oh, so the summoner is going to be the one who kills Mindfang. It kind of like harkens back to when Tavros tried to kill Vriska. That's an interesting parallel. All right, I'm going to click over to the next page. Also, Heterosapiens, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Also, there's someone a while ago who cheered me 100 bits, and I did not say thank you. Andrew, that was you. Andrew, thank you so much for the cheer earlier at the start of stream. I don't think I said thank you when you did that, so thank you for that. All right. So it is just after 11 o'clock, so it is time to take our top of the hour stretch break. I'm going to go freshen up my coffee. If you have a morning or afternoon or evening beverage of your choice, feel free to go ahead and freshen up your beverage as well. Get up and stretch if you've been sitting for the last hour, and we will continue with hour 2 of the stream. Stretch break, everyone. Also, I'm going to pet my dog. Look at my dog, everyone. She is a good dog. All right. Hi, everyone. Oh, no! I hope the stream is glitching. Oh, no! I'm sorry, Heterosapiens. Okay. Also, so here's one other thing I've been noticing, guys. So, like, I'm looking at this image right now, and, like, I'm looking at how stuff is, like, getting scrambled here. And, like, at first I was like, wait, is something wrong with my computer? But I'm realizing that this is probably on purpose because we're on disc 2 and disc 2 was scratch. So this is kind of like, this is like emulating like difficulties like loading the graphics because the disc is scratched or something like that. Yo, hey Wildcard, how's it going? That is because I scratched the disc. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm sorry, Samus. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, let's show the journal log here. Yeah. Oh, Vetris. I don't think I said hi to you. Hi, Vetris. Happy Saturday. All right. Yeah, I'm getting it. Woo! I understand Homestuck. Somehow. I don't know if I'll ever totally not need guidance, Ignatus, but well, that's okay, Samus. I'm not going to give you back any of the games that you loaned me. So there. All right. I have never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but do so here in my final entry for this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least to salvage a little dignity from the tale of my downfall. Alas, it had no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little sphere, I understand my error. It was not in failing to chart a course through future events to turn my fortune's tide, even so many sweeps from now. It was in believing the future was mine to know, and fortune mine to control. If this hero is meant to breathe life into my embittered heart, and if he is to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to this page my highest expectations, and for what precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, with a map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind as I was, though no more. Alright. S-flip. Sound flip. Here we go. Oh my. Well, this is just indecipherable now. Oh, this is really Ace Attorney-like. What was that? Oh my god, motherfucking jury. There's a trial going on.
Hey, Red Glare, nice outfit.
Same to you, Vriska.
As much as it pains me to admit, your fruity orange fairy suit smells delicious. Thanks. I see you finally wised up and started taking this rivalry seriously. It's hard to antagonize you properly when I refuse to get in character.
I am not in character. This is serious business, Vriska. See, I brought my deadly cane sword and my cool coin and everything.
Yes, I can see that. So you've come for revenge then. I thought we settled all this a long time ago.
No, not revenge. Justice for the despicable murders of our innocent friends.
Murders? Like plural?
Vriska, please, do not try to deny it. I found the evidence. Tavros, Nepeta, even Gamzee. I mean, really, Vriska. Gamzee!
Gamzee isn't dead, you dope!
He flipped out or something, and now... What? Oh my god. They just showed Rose, like, on a unicorn thing.
Yeah, well, okay, there was, like, one murder I was responsible for. You know Tavros? That was me, I guess. But that's it! He's the only one I killed, just that one guy!
Facepalm combo, ×3. Oh my gosh, Cal joined in that. What the?
Both know you can't beat Jack. All that will happen is you will lead him here and he will kill us all.
He will follow your sugary pixie trail with his keen canine snout. I have already seen this consequence in my mind's eye.
Fascinating. Why don't you tell me your terms already?
Forget my pixie trail. At this rate, my snoring will lead him to us.
What I propose is simple. I flip. Heads, you stay. Scratch, you go. You're kidding, right? You want luck to decide this? Maybe you forgot who you're dealing with. I am the Thief of Light. You really expect me to lose a simple coin flip? I've got all the luck, remember?
I did not forget. What will it be, Marquise?
Just flip the fucking coin, neophyte.
Oh my god. Alright, so Vriska's trying to manipulate it. Oh no! It like froze! It froze right there! Alright, let's try that. Let's do that again. See if there's like anything I missed. I know, I broke it! I scratched the disc! I really broke it. I'm sorry everyone, I broke Homestuck. Okay, so I was noticing like when like her sprite was jumping around, there's also like Shadow Creature. Oh! This flashing back to like Tavros and Equius dead. Like briefly. They showed that. And that was like Mindfang and Red Glare. No, actually that was just Mindfang, I think, for a sec. No, it was an accident. Okay, so I don't need to like read off everything this time because I managed to do it the first time. It always freezes on this part, doesn't it? Also, this music is fantastic. Oh my god, Gamzee did just take the heads for the jury, didn't he? Holy crap, I didn't notice that the first time. Oh, I think there was Jack in the background for a second there. I thought I saw Jack's face in there for a sec. For like a split second. Here's the flip. Da-da, ba-da. Yeah, I hope they fix this in the DLC. Man, I'm gonna have to like mail this in and get a new disc. Oh man, okay. The disc is badly damaged. You can no longer play Homestuck. Oh no! Oh, guys, we should have gotten the digital version of this. Why'd I get the discs? Alright, quit. You are forced to quit. You will not be able to resume playing unless you can repair the scratch in the disc. You will need to seek the service of someone who is capable of fixing a scratch. A scratch doctor, if you will. Oh, you don't say. Visit doctor. You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Ha ha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Please come in. Oh my gosh. I won't have to, like, highlight his text now. That is so cool. Alright, I'm gonna put Lumi back on. Alright. Oh, did you watch my Mother 3 streams, Kitty? That's awesome. I really, really liked playing Mother 3, and like, it legit made me cry at the end, as I'm sure you saw. Like, I was actually crying at the very end of the game. Alright. I'm also noticing that these are starting with, like, bracket... bracket. Anyway. Welcome to my apartment. I trust you'll find my voice is more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. I'm expecting 2 more guests later. First one, and then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime, but don't touch the candy on the table. That is reserved for one of my guests. Let's have a look at this disc. Oh, are we talking about this thing up here? The banner at the top of the page? Yeah, I'm seeing some stuff here that looks familiar. There's like the licorice thing that Jack or Slick or whatever was looking at earlier. There's like the chessboard layout. All right, let's have a look at this disc. I literally just looked at it. Each banner will have stuff going on it. Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'll continue to keep an eye on the banner. All right, I'm not really seeing anything out of the ordinary just yet. She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There are many moments trapped on this disc which you would have no doubt found to be quite exhilarating. But yes, I can fix it. Alright. I don't see anything on the banner. So you just, like, throw it into his head? It will take time, though. I estimate, by which I mean I am certain by way of omniscience, that when I am done, we will have reached just shy of the green circle on the card above. Wait, what is he talking about? Just shy of the green circle on the card above? I'm sure you have already presumed that this mark represents the beginning of... Oh, I see what he's saying now. Okay. Gotcha. I see. It's this section right here. So this red dot is like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, and then Act 5, Part 1, Act 5, Part 2. And this is all Disc 1. And now we're on Disc 2. So let's see. I'm sure you have already presumed this mark represents the beginning of Act 6. The disc should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event, a confluence of thickly interwoven, concurrent circumstances, which have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and by an even more negligible degree our heroes. The scratch will be healed in time to watch these heroes put into motion, yes, the scratch itself. So he's kind of like spoiling what's about to happen, I guess. So. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, Ignatus. Like, I totally understand there's a delay, so. It's totally fine. Let's see. If you don't mind waiting here while I complete my repairs, I will tell the rest of the story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disc, but the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Immortality notwithstanding, I'm not going to live forever, you know. All right, tick. That's one of the code words. That's one of the code things, like in my notes. I had tick-tock, breakheads, honk-honk as like one of the codes. I mean, that's fair, Banjo. I mean, we do know the scratch is coming. He's not spoiling, he's foreshadowing. Okay, very good. And since for once in my life, time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? So I'm looking at the clock here. It's interesting that it's about to strike 8. The 8 ball is here. And Vriska's kind of been featured recently, and she, like, 8 is, like, her number, too. Oh my god, 0 of 1 clocks destroyed. Holy crap. That's right, during that intermission with the Midnight Crew, destroying clocks was a thing. Tick-tock. Never mind. I figured it out instantly because of my unfathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and mind-boggling charisma. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than the other qualities, but it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. The seer of mine had challenged the thief of light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay. If not, she would go. Alright. I do keep looking at the banner. I haven't seen anything different yet. The result of the flip was left inconclusive, at which point you decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with the uncertain. The actual result was trivial. It was a constant across all timelines. Both the seer and the thief knew this. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune of her opponent and force the flip to yield what she regarded as the most favorable outcome. The seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. While a sucker is born with each tick of the clock, a cheater is born with each talk betwixt. Also, because it is boring, I am already a very wealthy man. The music is so on point. Like, Lumi does like a great job more often than not of like picking the right music at the right time. The seer relayed her terms through the generally understood argot of an assassin. The result, go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the seer's code word for the threat of death. This was obvious to everyone, including the thief. Talk. While the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her prize, the seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. This was her plan. Not a particularly clever tactic in its own right, but its ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor even the neutralized probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and that... Sorry. Let me start over. Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and that she likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was to be seen as an implicit dare to the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the seer knew the thief's ego wouldn't allow. And the seer knew the thief knew this all too well, knew all this as well. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. So basically what he's saying is that Terezi tried to manipulate Vriska into manipulating the outcome in what she thought would be in Vriska's favor, but it would actually be in Terezi's favor. But Terezi also knew that Vriska knew that Terezi was trying to make Vriska do this. So basically, in short, they're onto each other's game. Alright. Each was gambling, not with any vehicle of probability, which had been eliminated from the equation, but with each other's intentions. The thief indeed took the seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her dare. And in turning to leave, she then posed a dare of her own to the seer, challenging her to back up the implied threat. This was the thief's gamble. She wagered the seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. Oh, man. So ends a tale of rivalry. Well, almost. There's a bit more. But in order to understand its proper conclusion, we should first catch up with another of my proteges, from whom I'm expecting a message shortly. The other seer, the other hero of light. And again, nothing going on in the banner yet. There's like a little bit of like gray glob right here on this thing. Or is it? Oh, it's smoke actually. Oh! So this is Skya, and this is where John did like his wind drill thing. I think. So we're zooming in. Are we zooming in on the Jack versus Rose and John fight? Where John was like stabbed last time? Oh, there's like something in this cloud right here. Oh, this is like... This is what we just saw with Vriska and Terezi, I think. Right here. Round 2, Strife. Oh my gosh, this artwork is so cool. Oh, there's John, like stabbed in the back, lying on the ground face down. And Rose looks like awesome, and Jack looks awesome. Here we left our human hero of light. Oh, what comment, Wildcard? I did miss a comment. I'm not sure which comment you're talking about. Alright, here we left our human hero of light. She flew away to take vengeance on the noir this side of the scratch. That is, the one less angry and dangerous. The one not yet unmotivated by a compelling duel. What is this, Ogloperry? I don't fully understand your entire comment, Wildcard. Like, Pearl? Is there a Pearl in Homestuck? Compelling, but not particularly challenging. Oh, from Steven Universe. Wait, I don't know anything about Pearl taking a blow to the chest and having a ribbon around the wound. Is that in the new episodes? Because if it is, I haven't seen them yet. I do love Steven Universe, though. Don't get me wrong. Alright. Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The Seer wouldn't win this duel. I don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. That was a long... Well, it was a long time ago. I don't remember that. Anyway. The Seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I can't speak as discreetly about such matters against this canvas. So she's trying. She's trying. I warned her. I warned my neophyte protege not to stare into that ball. I told her about stairs. Oh my god. Oh my god, he turned it into a Sweet Pro and Helajep joke. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, and then he makes a face. Oh my god. Moving on. I'll remind you that the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you have come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will imagine the remainder of the duel to be sensational, and I will continue my steady distribution of facts as if they were pieces of candy poured from a bottomless white hemisphere. The duel ends, the Seer dies, the Slayer departs, the heir comes back to life. This outcome was hardly a point of suspense. It would be disingenuous of me to present it as such, and I will not belittle your intelligence with such a tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude, and I am too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now. How could this moment later come to pass? That's right, this is what happened at the beginning of Act 5, Act 2. And that's why I was like, wait, John can't be dead, because this happened. And for that matter, what sort of story would this be with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one the Alpha timeline would allow. And what sort of spectator would you be? So wait, are they in a doomed timeline then? Like, is the reason we're seeing John dead and Rose dead because they're like in a doomed timeline? And what sort of spectator would you be? If you'd forgotten the terms ruling the conditional immortality he'd won with his previous similarly unceremonious impaling. I didn't forget that. Like, I remember he has to like die like a heroic death or like a justice death. Okay, so they're not in a doomed timeline. Okay. He'd done nothing to earn martyrdom. by which we might laud his fall as heroic. Nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death one may parse just. And while I can't give you my assurance, I'm reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of Breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel. But not for lack of a devoted mentor. So I guess they've like jumped forward to a moment where John is like at the Beat Mesa, and he has the needles, which I know came into play earlier, and I saw those, I was like, aha! Those could be what caused the scratch. It looks like he's gonna go cause the scratch now. If I had served as his mentor directly, rather than as his mentor's mentor's mentor, he may have stood a fair chance of perpetrating something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have been better. Instead, he got her. Oh geez, so like Rose is like impaled and lying there bleeding out. The other hero of light. Always bugging him. Bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. And Rose is dead. So Rose tried to take Jack on, and now she's dead. So Vriska is the other hero of light. Let's find out. Oh, hold on. I just noticed that Scratch is in the upper banner now. Did I miss anything else? I was not paying attention. Okay, so now the banner is different. So Scratch is up in the banner. So I gotta remember to keep paying attention now to that. All right. I mentioned there was a bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here, making sure everything is in order, which it already is, and keeping an eye, which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need. Oh my gosh. Tick. Alright, so here he is. Alright, so Vriska's flying away from the meteor altogether. There's gonna be alt text in the banner soon? Oh man, it's good to know. So I'll have to like hover over the banner. Alright, so there's Jack filling his candy bowl. Talk. Tick. Alright, also let me look at my notes for a sec. My notes give me some places to leave off. But I'm trying to math because they're based on like the old site's page numbers. So I'm just trying to like gauge like where realistically we'll get to. Alright. Oh man. Okay, so up in the banner, so here's Slick. And then here's the kids Jack. Bonk. Oh man, Domino's Proto, that sounds so good. Okay. I'm told that so I've been told that 3809 will be, it was originally 5709, but I believe if I subtract 1900, that'll give me what I'm at. So I think 3809, which we're almost at, is one leave-off place. So we still have 20 minutes in the stream, so I think we'll go a bit beyond that. The next one is like 3874, which we're not going to get to, so. All right, so this is where we when we previously saw Doc Scratch, this is where Slick is bonking Scratch on the head. All right, so now Vriska is confronting Jack down here. Okay, yeah, this is what we've seen before. Meanwhile, down here, Jack and Vriska are confronting each other. Yeah, Doc is currently busy talking to future us, that's right. Or past us, I don't know. Are they like circling each other? Or is Jack like running away? So it looks like Jack is running away. Oh, and also here is where Rose is coming in to pester Doc. Scratch. Oh yeah, and then Scratch is about to go over and talk to Rose. That's right. Meanwhile, Spades is taking the candy. Oh, what's this? Apologies for my preoccupation. I have managed to pacify the rowdier of my two other guests with sugary little black dogs so that I may continue my narration. But only briefly. In a moment, I will go stand over by my typewriter and teach my neophyte protege the consequences for taking advice from strange men over the internet, while I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from an earlier point in the story. Oh, that's... Huh. So we're the second guest. Okay. Oh, man. All right. Remember? Smoosh. So he just took all the licorice. All of it. We met here in my apartment a little while ago. At that moment, I was busy hosting you from the future, who is you right now, but I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self and vice versa, but it is a well-known fact that past and future selves tend not to get along. As we've seen with Carcat, a good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests. And as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you was just leaving. Where was I? Oh! Hang on, you know what? I could probably like resize. Let me resize the window here so you guys can see the banner in full. Hold on a sec. I didn't realize the top of the banner was getting cut off for you guys, so thanks for mentioning that. Let me see if I can make this a little more palatable for you guys. Oh, why is this not... Hang on. Oh, hang on. I unlocked... Whoops. I'm dealing with the wrong thing. Hold up. That's what I meant to do. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright, is that better for you guys? Looks like it's better. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, like every week when I do stream, like my window settings are always off because like the window I use like gets resized like all the time. So it's not consistent from week to week. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, guys, don't hesitate to let me know next time if you notice that something is cut off or like you're not seeing like everything I'm reading. Don't hesitate to let me know and I will be happy to fix it. Like it takes like 2 seconds. So I just want you guys to be having a good time and to be getting the best experience. Also, I'm gonna pet my dog. Anyway. Where was I? A good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests. And as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you was just leaving. Where was I? Of course. Alright, so I think this part is when he's about to talk to Rose. The two heroes of light had challenged the same Jack Noir, the one straddling the scratch at about 20 hours of his own time, to a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantial simultaneity is a concept more complex than its temporal analog, and is valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent responsible for the major cosmic event which pre-extinction Alternians came to refer to as the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which this critical moment shall be catalyzed, including the break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes of otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, such as those bound to a pair of distinct sessions. It is not fully comprehensible to a mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it will not extend beyond this sentence. I have no idea what he just said. I honestly have no idea what he just said. I'm just gonna smile and nod. But this story will. The Slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculating policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospit and Durst, to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With as little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail quickly before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale. Oh, snap, so that's what's happening right here. So this green explosion thing is, so Jack found the meteor and destroyed it. So Jack just, like, blew up everyone who was on the meteor, basically. Gotcha. And now, knowing her position. So now all the trolls are dead. Other than Vriska. Yeah, that page where he talks about whatever it was he was talking about 2 pages ago, I'm not going to stop to, like, try and figure it out because it would probably take the rest of the stream. So I will do it on my own time. Oh, hey, Bungus Boy! You still made it to join us for like the last 10 or so minutes though, so you made it. He would soon return, but for the duel she wanted. He would soon return for the duel she wanted, but not without a pair of trophies. Oh no. So wait, is this Carcat and Terezi? Yeah, this looks like Terezi. I'm guessing that's Carcat. Oh gosh, Banner, yes, sorry. Hang on, let me back up and make sure I didn't miss anything previously. Okay, so this is where he's talking to Rose. He's still talking to Rose. And Spades is doing something over here. As a container of something that he's untwisting. Oh, Jack just threw Terezi and Carcat at Vriska's feet. Oh yeah, so that's Vriska's feet right there. Okay. Spades is pouring some black stuff around now. While Doc is preoccupied. Meanwhile, Vriska's looking enraged, or horrified, or both. Oh wait, what's this giant book that Doc Scratch has? We've seen this before, haven't we? When Kanaya was like doing her vampire thing. I think we saw this before. Meanwhile, Spades is continuing to drop stuff around. Hey, thanks for the bits, Proto-Centurion. Oh, this is the motor oil the Vagabond used? Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, Honk, 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 honk. Oh, these are photographs of what's currently happening in the story, too. Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with the girl ran a bit long, slightly exceeding the 1 second I scheduled for it. This is where events begin to outpace my awareness. The deeper into this dark pocket we explore, the more I will be forced to speculate. I rarely have cause to rely on probability, but luckily for you, my guesses are better than anybody's. So this is like, these are like the colors of basically everybody's blood. Yeah, his apartment's about to be on fire, isn't it? Like lots of fire. Oh, and here's like a picture of like Dream Bubble and whatever this is. This is almost like some kind of photo album that he's like looking through. It's almost as if he's reminiscing. I've always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand. A scrapbook of personal significance, for instance, from which he may piece together current moments from the past ones of a similar, if not identical nature. It's more efficient. Oh geez, so much motor oil around. Is this like the same substance that shows up in, what's the word I'm looking for? Like in past panels that were, retroactively updated. Oh, what's the word for that? There's a word for that. I know there's like a totally common word for that. Oh well, I'll think of it later. Retcon, yes, thank you, Dragon Spirit. Retcon, that's what I was trying to think of. Anyway. It's also logical, since there is essentially nothing new in paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or substantive reproduction of something which has already transpired on a timeline, offshoot, or otherwise. Alright, it's continuing to get the apartment covered in the motor oil. Here we've got Grimdark Rose and Jack. This is some awesome artwork. And if I'm going to speculate on this duel, I might as well make use of the earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. Oh, snap. So, very similar background. Oh, he's got a lighter. He's trying to like light the blaze now. Oh my gosh. All I really need to do is flip it turnways, like so, and we have round 2. And now his apartment's on fire. Oh my god. Where did Spades go, though? Did Spades get consumed by the fire? The thief would probably roll her dice. Oh, okay, Ignatus. That's a good TLDR. Of all of circumstantial simultaneity. That's why I stopped inviting people for tea. And every time I invite someone over for tea, they set my apartment on fire. Tara, I'm glad you don't set my apartment on fire. The thief would probably roll her dice. Alright. Still on fire. And just as probably, due to her impressive hoard of stolen fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favorable result. Ordinarily, this result would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of the roll would be 1 in 16,777,216 to be specific. And to be less specific, 1 in 8 to the Y. Wait, that's not 8 to the Y. That's like the Sweet Bro Hella Jeff face. Or maybe it is also 8 to the Y. Doc Scratch is like, this is fine. Oh my gosh, he does have the Sweet Bro Hella Jeff face though. Oh my god, he's adding more, he's putting more candy in the bowl. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? Is this how Doc Scratch dies? Like, just gets his apartment set on fire and just like kind of stands there and does nothing? Where y equals 8. Of course y equals 8. So 8 to the 8th power. Hee hee. Oh my gosh. Tick. And then he left the panel. Don't know where he went now. But meanwhile, Vriska's doing like some kind of, I don't know, Ultra Instinct thing. Or whatever. Oh, he's gonna go pull the fire alarm. Oh my gosh. I don't know what Vriska's doing, but it looks really cool. Holy crap, there's like ships in the background. Is she like going, she's like going like Mindfang on us now. Oh, there's a hand reaching out to get some of the candy over here. Reaching out for the fire alarm. Holy crap, now she's Mindfang. Someone grabbed the candy. Someone's got their hand in the candy bowl. Wait, who's this? Who's this now? Wait, this is one of the, was this one of those guys from, the Act 3 intermission? Holy cow. Oh, that's Matchsticks? Okay. Like, it's been so long since the Act 3 intermission that I have, like, no idea who anyone is. Yes, I'm seeing increasingly how important the intermission is. Alright, so now we're trying to put out the fire. Oh, the candy bowl is just gone now. Who took the candy bowl? Oh, man. In round 2, the Slayer would be not merely compelled. Oh man, is Vriska gonna win? Alright, so the fire's being put out. Oh, this must be Spade still. So actually, Andrew, I am planning to... So I'm actually saving the Rex Duodecim Angulus for... I'm actually going to save it for after we finish Act 5, Act... Well, I was going to save it for after we finish Act 5, Act 2. But if it's okay to, like, watch it now, I could do it on Homestuck Day instead. What do you guys think? Do you want me to watch it at the end of the Homestuck Day stream on 4/13 or after we finish Act 5, Act 2? Whatever you guys prefer. I'll do it on one of those two streams. But challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged by one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils from striking down a formidable endgame foe. One with the guile of a cheater, the luck of a clover. It's interesting that clover's in all green. The hubris of her mentor, and the drive known only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes. But not defeated? Still putting the fire out. Spades is still there. But not outmatched. As one who shares the Slayer's source of power, my projection must give him the unambiguous advantage. But even so, while I continue not to be a gambling man...
Oh my god! Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
What is this?
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. Oh no!
What even is this?
You're going straight to hell.
Oh my god.
This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness.
Oh my god. Sonic and JoJo and stuck. Oh my god.
Last, our hero reaches
I don't know how this got into Lumi.
Not bad, Jack.
Also, I noticed, so one thing I noticed is that a few panels ago we did see Doc Scratch like reaching for the fire alarm, but we didn't see him actually tripping it. So, I don't know. And now we're getting Michael Scott from The Office. You know what? Although initially I feel like this song, even though this music is like inappropriate for what we're currently reading, it's also very Homestuck-like for there to be like comedic relief at the most inappropriate times.
You're mean.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm just distracted now. Oh, maybe Matchsticks is called by the fire alarm. Yeah, that was my other thought though. Anyway, but Doc is still like
You and me, Jack.
narrating to us, so there's that. That's also a good point, Vetris. That's also a good point.
Show me a good
Anyway.
time, Jack.
While I continue to not be a gambling man, that didn't stop being a thing that was true or anything. Alright, the fire's almost out. What's Spade's doing in the background? What's that thing he has? I'm reasonably sure that if I was, I wouldn't bet against her. Oh, he threw the thing at Matchsticks. Okay, well Matchsticks has put out the fire now. Moving on. The Scotty dog cane. Yeah, that's what he like came into the apartment with and started beating Doc with, right? So okay. Oh, so now he's bludgeoning Matchsticks to death. Oh no! Here's oh, what's his face? Who's this little guy? I remember this little guy though. Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants in an immortal's wardrobe. I've never enjoyed navigating the vortices of alternative possibility. The path which alone has my absolute mastery is the Alpha timeline. A continuum I define as that which boasts exclusive rights to both my birth and to my death. Two circumstantially simultaneous events. Any divergence from this path to my knowing will taper into blackness like rotting roots. And if I was a seer, such offshoots would be fully within my domain. And if I was a seer of mind in particular, synaptic causality would be my specialty. A seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps, but then she would do many things I wouldn't. Yes, Samus, that is the price of immortality. Alright, so Matchsticks is like totally dead now. Oh, here's Clover. Oh, that's Clover, okay. A seer would support her allies in battle not with her weapons, but her vision. She would sift through dross of her comrades' poor tactical inclinations and examine the grim consequences. A seer would not charge into the fray headlong, but direct it as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits, and find the path to victory disguised cleverly as setback, or even imminent defeat. She'd behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality, and appraise a contrivance of luck itself. She would know its mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully. So, So apparently there's like, basically what I'm getting out of this is that like a seer would be able to like observe the complexity of the big picture and be able to navigate the way to victory, even though the way to victory appears to be the way to defeat. I don't know. Let's see. So we see Vriska here. We see something here. I'm not sure what, but there is something here. Alright. I'm also looking for a good stopping point because it is just afternoon, but there's like a lot of stuff going on here, so we may just have to like stop in the middle of a thing happening. A true seer would know where luck is a given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. We're almost to a good stopping point? Okay, cool. Oh, snap. What just happened here? So Clover just got, like, sucked into this coin thing. So Terezi foresaw... Terezi was able to look into the future and see herself dead with Karkat. And she would know victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is doomed to fail. Holy crap, what's this now? This is another one of our green friends. Terezi foresaw that letting Vriska go would lead to everyone dying. That's kind of what I thought was happening there. What sort of story would this be, with our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one the Alpha timeline would allow. So we weren't watching the Alpha timeline, were we? Also, here's the password thing again. It's the third time we've come across that. Oh, holy crap! Holy crap! Spades is getting machine gunned, and Vriska got impaled. And not one she'd allow either. Holy crap. So does Terezi just kill Vriska? Meanwhile, Jack is continuing, I mean, rather, Spades is continuing to get just machine gunned. Oh my gosh. Well, Spades is totally dead now, it looks like. And Vriska's bleeding. Whoa, and the top banner, we're like fading out now. And Vriska has fallen over. But Vriska reads the god tier, so I guess my question is she actually dead? She didn't, this isn't a heroic death, but this might be a just death. This seems like it might be a just death. Possibly. Because Terezi was seeking justice. So she could be dead. Oh, and here's Rose's symbol right here. It's like Rose is like, it looks like possibly Grimdark Rose is trying to communicate. Oh, hi, Karkat. Alright, and now the top banner's just like all messed up and stuff now. What is going on? Karkat, you saw nothing. Bro, sloppy makeouts now, on the roof. Hehehe. Oh my god, what? Wait, this is, isn't this Terezi's quirk? So wait, Karkat is here for purported sloppy makeouts? Oh my god, are they actually doing it? Oh my god, what's happening in the top banner here? Holy crap, what are these eyes? What? What is this? What the... And also, who's this watching back here? This looks like Sullix and... is that Kanaya? We got Carcat and Terezi, I guess, making out now. Holy crap, what is happening at the top in the banner? What is happening? Alright, so there's Kanaya and Sullix. What? That's Snowman! What? What is going on? The top banner is representing the possibilities seen in Terezi's mind powers. Huh. Oh god, there's Gamzee. Lurking in the background. Meanwhile, Snowman is like fading out. Let me know when I reach a page that's like a reasonable stopping point, guys, because there's a lot going on here right now. Oh, and now we're back to Scratch's apartment. Oh, now it's like Spades hasn't been machine gunned. This is like right before he got machine gunned. But now Snowman is here. What is going on? Alright, so there's Gamzee. There's dead Vriska. There's Terezi, Carcat, Kanaya, Sullix, and Rose still trying to communicate. Is there a flash coming up? I'm currently on 3849. If someone wants to like look ahead and see when the next flash is. Pester log. Oh, this is when Vriska last tried to get John. Tried to communicate with John.
John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense you were there because of awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the Heroes of Light in a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I'll be waiting.
Oh man. And there is Rose dead. Oh gosh, and then Snowman has killed like this green guy. So like, I don't even know what's going on in the banner anymore. So now we see dead Rose. We see John here. There's like two different colors. There's like a banner here with two different colors. Here's Doc Scratch. Oh, here's more from Vriska.
All of the dots, John. All 16.777216 million of them. Still dead, huh? Or are you too busy weeping over her corpse to pick up that headset and answer me? You can't fool me, John. I know you're not staying dead for long. And it is not just because I can clearly see you're alive in the future. You see, we are both the best there is, and therefore we have special privileges when it comes to mortality. It's hard to keep a god dead for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances. Didn't I mention?
Okay. And we're about to see a flash here. So maybe this flash will be a good stopping point. Heroic, just. Heroic, just. This is like a big flash. Is there something I'm supposed to do here, or does it just keep doing this? Oh, and meanwhile, this is Snowman up in the banner again. Oh, there's a pester log down here. Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess, even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, which is funny because it just happened to her too. I mean, lucky for you it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when dying a hero is what gets you killed. If our hero of breath reached God tier, he would have been completely indestructible. Lol. Damn, I forgot. I was gonna stop ripping on that guy, since he got stabbed through the chest and died. Whoops. Anyway, I figure you're probably safe from a just death too, since I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything all that despicable. Yet. Okay. Well. Well, here's the thing, guys. I've been told that 3874 is a good place to stop, and we're 23 pages from that. And these pages are going pretty quickly. So, would you guys be okay? It's 12:15 right now, but like, would it be okay if we went a little bit more and got to page 3874? Or should I just stop here? What do you think? I'll do what you guys want to do. Okay, cool. Let's go a little bit more. I don't have stuff to do. I just wanted to like make sure that it was okay with you guys, because I know I normally go 2 hours, but you love more Homestuck? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll go a little bit more. Yeah, it's only, yeah, I'm in the central US time zone. I'm in Chicago, so for me it's 12:18 right now. So, anyway, time shenanigans. All right, let me put Luby back on. This is like perfect music for this panel, like right now. I don't know for sure, but I'm betting that if I go to fight Jack, it will wipe out all the bad things I've done. I think if I die, it'll be a hero's death, so it ought to stick. Pretty good motivation to win the fight, though, don't you think? One way or another, I think this will be my last big challenge as a gamer. As such, I would like to pass my dice on to you. It is very important that they stay in good hands, John. That you continue their legacy and that of my ancestor. Wait, what does this say? Eight to the what? I don't understand what this says. 8 to the 8th? Oh, 8 to the 8th. Okay, that makes sense. 8 to the 8th power. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. Use the code. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it. Slick, I am serious. Please stop. Uh-oh. Is Slick about to start beating Snowball? I mean, Snowman? Not Snowball, Snowman. Oh... John is being not dead. Still not alive yet? Man, you better hurry up. She probably doesn't have much time left. Trust me, what she's going through on Durst right now isn't much fun. Okay, I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now of all times rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you have devised to defeat Jack in the off chance I fail? Well, it's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means. Oh my gosh, John's gotta do a windy thing with his lips? Oh my god. What is happening in the top panel here? Snowman dropped her cigarette thing. Spades dropped his crowbar. John's back up. Gotta kiss her. Don't worry, I still can't see you, so there's no reason to be bashful or anything. And since we are a couple of professionals here, who are focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning.
It's not like I would be jealous even if I could see. Why would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind. Man, why am I even talking about this? Oh my, oh my, oh my. This will not do it all. Oh my gosh. They are making out. Oh my gosh. And Doc Scratch is like, bah? Oh, this is a black romance. Holy cow. Let's just forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I guess I was just assuming you'd be talking back by now. So I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know how I wanted it to go. I guess I could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little. Talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense. So, I guess I will do that. But then, maybe if I did, I wouldn't actually say what I wanted to say. So, I will just say it.
Pardon me while I adjust the narrow fenestrated wall. Oh my god. What is going on up there? So, Rose is dead, and Jack is trying to bang the banner.
To be honest, I am nervous about this fight, but I'm still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or at least the ones who are still alive. Oh, and I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up. There's that too. But I think that's what's motivating me to win this fight the most is... what's motivating me to fight this... sorry, guys. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight the most is the possibility of getting to meet you when it's all over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me. And I won't have to worry about being the best anymore, or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Maybe I could try out whatever is supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows? It might not be as boring as it sounds. Maybe. If you're not too freaked out by all the bad things I've done, or the fact that I'm an alien, we could go on a date?
Oh my god! Vriska just asked John out on a date? Oh my god! That is kind of adorable, I guess. I guess is my initial reaction, without really thinking about it. To redirect the view from this impropriety. Oh goodness. Oh, hate Snog! Oh my god.
Don't worry. It could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders, or even talking about killing or murders and such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like any others which feature that rugged human with the long hair and wounded arm? You know the one. The sweaty guy with the mutilated animal and the speech impediment. Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet.
There. Oh, now we're seeing Jade getting frogs. Meanwhile, John's about to do the windy thing with Rose's mouth. Oh, and Doc Scratch is intervening. Oh my gosh. Prepare to witness circumstantial simultaneity in full action. Holy cow. Okay. We are, I think, about... We're like 16 pages away from where I'm planning to stop.
Well, think it over. Before I go, I'll get in touch one more time later on, when you're alive and maybe have something to say about it. Oh yeah, sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Was that selfish of me? I don't know. You would have found out regardless, like we all did. There are things we care about that we just have to leave behind. It just sucks for those who aren't in as much of a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming, hang on.
I'm a wonderful chaperone as well as an excellent host.
Oh, and Dave's there too, gathering frogs.
Alright, and there's Vriska lying dead. Dead, or maybe actual dead, I don't know. Yo, Proto, what's up, man? We're actually about to wrap up, but we'll be here for a few more minutes. And Scratch is shooing Snowman away. That's fantastic.
Oh god, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? And she's got her dumb dragon doll and everything. Guess she means business this time. Damn it, I've got to go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has any say in the matter, we will be meeting up in no time. please just consider what I said. Okay? Later.
Alright, there's sound on this next one. Is this a ticking clock again? Heroic, just. Heroic. Oh, it's stopping. Just? Oh my gosh. The clock just got whacked with the crowbar. Holy cow. Oh, and the symbol here is like what we just saw in Vriska's chest earlier when she got stabbed in the back. Stop! Clock's destroyed. 1001 out of 1,000. Oh no. Oh geez, and Jack is showing up here in the top banner now. And that's Dave. There's Jack in the background. Holy crap. Face palm times 0 combo. Oh, for crying out loud. Let's see. Actually, guys, I think this page actually strikes me as a good place to stop. I might do that actually. Just stop here. Cause I don't want to get too far ahead because I actually want to make sure I'm on a good pace for Homestuck Day and then for the following stream. Alright, cool. This feels like a good stopping point. Good. I'm glad you guys agree. Sorry, Banjo. Sorry. Alright. Okay, well thank you so much everyone for hanging out with me this Saturday morning, and we're getting close to the end of Act 5, Act 2. So just a reminder to you guys, let me drop the link in one more time. So, Homestuck Day, this coming Friday. There's the link to the event. Feel free, if you are in any Homestuck fan communities, or if you know anyone who is also a fan of Homestuck that you think might be interested in, like, joining us on Homestuck Day, feel free to share that link. Don't spam it, but just feel free to share it in, like, appropriate sharing link spaces. Just if you feel like it. You don't have to. It's totally fine. But we will be streaming Homestuck Day this Friday, starting at 4:13 p.m. Central Time. That's 4:13 p.m. Chicago time. So for reference, roughly 4 hours from now would be like 4:28 my time. So if that helps you, whatever time zone you're in. And then next Saturday on the 14th, we will have our normal Homestuck stream as well. My plan is to finish Act 5, Act 2 during the Saturday stream. So I think on Friday, on Homestuck Day, that might be when I also watch the Rex Duodecim Angelus thing. I don't know. We could talk about it in Discord too and figure out what works best. So, but speaking of Discord, I also have Discord if you want to hang out with us outside of stream. I've got Twitter, I've got YouTube, and then Tara has her own Instagram as well. So if you want to interact with me outside of stream, that's how you can reach out to me. So anyway, thank you everyone so much for hanging out with me this morning / afternoon / evening if you're in a later time zone. I really appreciate it. Man, next weekend we finally get to the end of Act 5, Act 2. I'm super excited to see what happens. So anyway, let me put some music back on to kind of play us out. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and don't forget, I also have other streams. Tuesday and Wednesday, I stream video games at 7 p.m. Central Time, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Time, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. You are warmly invited to join us for those streams as well. I'm doing Chrono Cross on Tuesdays, and I'm doing Suikoden 2 on Wednesdays currently. So there's more information, I think, further down my page. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.